you into heaven, then I'd rather go to hell. You think you're fine, your way to the top with all that bullshit that you sell. God's not naive like the fans you deceive. Even the devil was an angel of the fuck is you.
And welcome to this devil inspired makeup tutorial. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is prime my eyelids with some MAC Pro Longwear concealer, because we need these shadows to be extremely pigmented to their fullest potential. So I'm just making sure that I'm priming my eyes, and this concealer is very light so it does wash my eyes out. Then I'm going to take the blackest eyeshadow I have and create my cut crease. So this is going to be a cut crease tutorial, and it's either hit or miss with cut creases for me. So it takes practice, you know. So I'm just taking a card to make sure that I angle, because I want one of those winged out cut creases. So I'm also taking some concealer to make sure that I clean that up. You know, this is a very tedious process. Like, this makeup look seems simple, but it really isn't. It was very complicated, and I was just sitting at this chair for like the longest time trying to get this perfectly shaped, sharp cut crease. Cut creases really take time, but if you put in the effort, then it really pays off, and it just looks absolutely amazing and perfect for a Halloween costume. I'm also going to go over again with that dark eyeshadow. Now, it doesn't look as crisp as I want it to look, but that's because I'm going to smoke it out later. Then I'm going to take a red eyeshadow and put that underneath the cut crease, making sure that I have my card, because I do want that fierce, sharp, winged out effect with my eyeshadow. I felt like that really went well with the whole devil vibe, because it's pretty much creating horns on your eyelids. This was very spontaneous. I just came home, I was like, I feel like filming this. I had like red devil ears, and I did film like a low-key devil costume tutorial, but it was way too wearable and not costume-like enough. So that's why I'm revamping it. So just make sure that you have a card. You can use tape or anything, just if you want to get that sharp winged out effect. So this is the part where I said I was going to add more black and diffuse that line a bit. You're still going to get that harsh separation between the black and red, just so you know it is a cut crease, and then you will blend out that black. Now, this is the part I struggled with a little bit, and this might be the part you struggle with, but you just got to make sure that you're patient, and since we are working with darker colors, to not do your foundation first, because we are going to take like a makeup wipe and take off the excess that goes past your eyebrow, because I feel like this makeup look goes really great when it's lined with your eyebrow, if you have like a defined eyebrow or anything. If not, if you want to extend it out to make it more dramatic, go ahead, but I wanted to make sure that everything was crisp, clean, and lined up. So as you can see, I am diffusing that black eyeshadow and taking away that card. It looks extremely crisp. I'm going to go in and define that black line a lot more. So this is a part that really kicked it up a notch, and you could just see the cut crease, and it just looks very beautiful when it's all blended. You guys will see that in a minute. Right now it looks a little weird because, like I said, I haven't cleaned up the eyeshadow. So the card really did help me, but I went out a little bit too much, so I want to make sure that I clean that up. So right here, I'm saying that I'm going to clean it up where my eyeshadow is. And as you can see, I already cleaned it up and lined it up with my eyebrow, and taking some more concealer and cleaning up that black that diffused way too high up to my brow bone area. I didn't want it that high because I'm going to put a frosty nude eyeshadow there, and it's just going to make the look amazing. Like, it just takes the eyeshadow into a third dimension. I don't know. It just looks super 3D when you do that. I don't even think it looks 3D. It just looks I don't know. I can't even explain it. I just love it. And when I see people doing that with their makeup, it makes it pop. And I really love how it looks with Halloween makeup. So as you can see, it's just like the layers on top of each other. And as you can see in the lighting right here, it just looks pretty cool. Well, in my opinion. So I'm just going to diffuse that black some more. That's like the trickiest part. And also I'm adding some more red eyeshadow. And making sure that I have my card because I don't want to mess up all my hard work. So this was the fun part. It's taking the glitter, and this is some red glitter. I was super excited for this. I am putting some Too Faced glitter glue on my eyelids and packing on that glitter. So this is exactly why you do not start with foundation. You have to, because there will be fallout, especially like if it's like loose glitter. And it's not one of those press-on glitters, there will be fallout. I'm surprised I didn't get as much fallout as I thought I would, but I did like a little bit where my under eye area is, but it came out pretty good. I really loved it. So then I'm gonna clean that up and take my concealer. I already have a little bit of foundation on my face, but once you put the concealer on, everything looks crisp, clean, and very costume-like, just because everything has just come together and looking pretty close to perfect. So I'm just taking that Too Faced Born This Way concealer. It's a really great concealer because it's super pigmented, lightweight, but it really covers everything. So I was really impressed by how clean it got my makeup. As you can tell, it's looking pretty sharp and very dark and defined. So then I'm going to give myself a winged eyeliner. This part was also tricky because I was trying to go over that chunky glitter and it wouldn't let me. So I was just mapping out my wing, and I'm gonna go over it with the NYX, I believe, or it's the NYC matte liquid eyeliner, and that actually worked a lot better than this because this pen gives you precision, and when you paint on the liquid eyeliner it just helps a lot more. But I'm also going to wing out the inner corners of my eyes because I just feel like it makes this look more like what's the word, like dark, I guess, or just more mysterious. And this is a devil costume, so I'm not trying to make it too cutesy. I want to make it more like dark, naughty. I don't know. I really do not, I can't be a word person because I can't ever think of the words. But right here I'm painting over it and it works out a lot better. Then I will go over that inner corner, and then I'm gonna take my black eyeliner and line my waterline and really dig that eyeliner in there. I want this to be black. Like, the devil is just not a good thing, you know? So gotta make those eyes very black. I mean, we are trying to make this devil sexy, but I don't know. Then I'm taking these eyelashes I picked up at Spirit. I loved how there was red in them. I just thought that this really vamped up the look. Like, I showed the people that are in my house and they're like, those eyelashes just topped off that look. So I'm really glad I picked these up. They're pretty wicked. Look at that. Check it out. Then I'm going to make my lips red. I was gonna go for a nude or like maybe a pink or something, but I was like, no, I'm gonna stick with red. I have the red hair, the red costume, the red ears. We're all red. We're fiery. Fire. Oh, okay. Fiery. Whatever. And I'm just taking a Color Design red lipstick, and I think it's called Red Stiletto, just for that creamy look. And there you have it, guys. There's your sexy devil costume makeup look, and I hope you enjoy it. Bye!